movies. Addicts.
I don't know the
Movie Addicts Anonymous.
But I think it's fun now.
Yeah, it's alright. Is it recording it?
It is! Yeah, it is. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is... I don't know what this is. It's going to be on some type of YouTube, TikTok somewhere. It's Movie Addicts Anonymous. We're talking about Batman. Once again, this is Batman season, Batman year. Do you think this is going to be like the biggest movie of the year, or do you think all the Marvel movies are going to be contenders?
Didn't Spider-Man... Wait, when was Spider-Man released?
Last year.
Oh.
December.
Yeah, but it's so fucking... That's
See,
so
but
scummy. Because it's so close. What other Marvel movies are coming out?
I think there's like God of Thunder.
What's that?
Thor.
Oh, that'll probably kill.
Doctor Strange 2. That looks really cool.
Yeah, no, Batman... I don't think Batman can beat those.
Oh.
What are the numbers right now, though?
It's good. Like 300 million.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. Mainly because Doctor Strange was in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man did so well. I think that's going to transfer a lot of people to the Doctor Strange movie, and I think it'll easily beat this. Not easily. Like, I think it will easily beat it, but it's not going to be too far off.
Yeah.
If you understand.
I understand. So today we're talking about all of the Batman movies. We're gonna rank. Now that we have this newest Batman, we want to rank where they all go. We're gonna use this tier list here of S through D to haven't seen, unsure.
Sabakata.
S, D, Sabatica. Okay, yeah. So have you seen all these movies?
Yes.
Yes.
Sabakata.
And you like the original, the OGs, right? Or like...
Yeah, because they're like nostalgic for me.
Yeah.
Like I just grew up watching those ones, so
yeah.
And then so I saw all of those, and then the Nolan movies started to come out.
Yeah.
And then I was like Nolan all the way. But I didn't understand the Nolan movies. I think that's why those
How
movies.
old were you?
Holy shit! When did?
Because Dark Knight came out 2008, and then Batman Begins must have been like 06 or something.
So.
Oh, it says up here 2005.
Begins was 05.
Yeah.
I was 3 years old. So.
Okay.
So when Dark Knight came out, I was 6, and I remember that one.
Yeah.
I remember that one because when I was like 6 years old, like, you know, I had all the action figures and everything.
Yeah.
Then Rises, I was, how old would I have been? 10. So I remember going to the theater to see that one, and it just, a lot of it went over my head.
Yeah.
Because I was just so young.
I think Rises is the best out of the trilogy, but that is a hot take. No one agrees with me.
I'd agree with you.
Everyone hates Rises for some reason.
No, I actually really liked that one.
Yeah.
Because I went back and watched them. Batman Begins, this is going to be a hot take. I think rewatchability, and everybody's going to shit on me for this one, but I'm more inclined to go watch Batman Begins or Dark Knight Rises rather than The Dark Knight.
Me too.
I'd pick Dark Knight Rises over all of them.
But I think it's because I've seen Dark Knight so many times.
Well, because that was like, it's still one of the biggest movies ever.
And
right?
And it just changed the whole superhero genre. But also the final act. Like I think I said this in one of our last videos. It's just not that good.
Isn't that because Heath Ledger killed himself though, and like before the movie was even done?
Yeah. And then
so I think that was a downfall of.
And then they had to like rely on Harvey Dent. No one cares. And then like. Fucking Jake Gyllenhaal's like fat face sister. I don't know.
Technically,
she just looks like she's storing nuts for the winter.
Okay.
Like, you know
technically,
what I mean?
Joker's still alive in that universe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. See, and I think so. That may have been the reason. I'm pretty sure that's why. People are gonna have to tell us, like, like, and I'm not shitting.
In the comments.
Yeah, I'm not shitting on his legacy or anything here, but I genuinely want to know if him killing himself played a role in, you know.
Yeah.
And is that the right term when I talk about it? Should I say suicide or... I don't know.
I think you should say broke-backing in the woods.
Nope. It's a touchy subject, but I'd like to know.
Yeah.
The logistics of it.
He fucked Mysterio in a tent.
Okay.
All right, so let's
just start.
Yeah, let's start with these movies. So, Batman 89. This is with Jack Nicholson as the Joker.
That's Nicholson dancing around, right?
Iconic. Yeah.
Isn't this the one where they give Joker a backstory?
All I remember is that he falls into a vat of acid.
Yeah.
For some reason.
But they give him a name in it, too,
Gotham
right?
has a lot of vats.
Ace Chemicals, buddy.
Of acid.
Ace fucking Chemicals. But they give him a name, too.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember. It's been so long.
I can barely remember this one.
Yeah.
I think for the ones that I haven't...
Keaton's hot, and so is the chick that's in it.
I think for the ones that I haven't seen, I'm going to go off of, like, how inclined am I to go rewatch it. and also from what I can remember. I'm
Yeah.
gonna put this one. I'm looking ahead too because I'm like, what the fuck else is there? I'm putting this one C tier.
Yeah, I was gonna go with Head of C.
Yeah.
Let's go with Head of C. Okay, so Batman Returns. This is an S tier for me, but I can negotiate. I just love Batman Returns so much. This is like so iconic to me. Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Oh,
love
no.
her.
Danny DeVito is Penguin.
And Danny DeVito's Penguin.
I find it so fun. That man has had a crazy career.
Which pretty much this new Batman is kind of like a remake of Batman Returns
I agree, yeah.
with Penguin.
From what I can remember.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going off of like style and feel.
Well, yeah,
Because it is kind of, because from what I remember from that movie, it did feel a lot like this new one.
and this new movie has Catwoman and Penguin in it, so
Let's throw this. You want S?
I do. I just love it so much. I don't know why.
can't
I think it's just
remember.
like nostalgic for me.
I do remember watching this one a lot as a kid,
Yeah.
but I can't fucking remember.
I'd
I'd negotiate on A.
I'd want to be Michelle Pfeiffer
A.
so bad. Okay.
From what I remember, head of A.
Has to be head of A. Okay.
So I wanted to do B, but S.
No.
No, but A, yes.
Okay, so this one is Batman Forever. So this is with what's his name, Val Kilmer as Batman, and this also has Jim Carrey and Poison Ivy, Uma Thurman. Like, this is a huge cast.
This one's a good one.
And who is Two-Face? Tommy Lee Jones or
Yeah.
yeah. So like this is a huge cast.
Can we put this one in
It
A at the end?
You want to put it in A?
Yes, because this movie and then Batman and Robin are the ones that
But
I just binged as a child.
But I thought you liked Batman and Robin better because of Schwarzenegger. He
that
was
movie
Dr.
I remember the
Freeze.
most just because of how, and you know what I'm talking about? Like, as a kid, you watch movies and you're like, whoa, and you think everything's like
Yeah.
real, and then you go back and watch it, and it's like, oh my god, this was trash.
Yeah.
I feel like these are those movies for me, so
They
I never
are.
want to go rewatch them. I just want to remember them for what they were.
Yeah.
So I can't really remember them all that much. They hold a place in my heart, but I'm a little worried that the original Batman is maybe better than them.
It definitely is.
So do we want to bump that original Batman up to B and throw these guys in C?
Behind it, yeah.
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 Because
Let's do
I
that.
don't think it's a C movie now that the other ones are thrown in the mix.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which one would you put at the head
Which
of
one's
C?
the head of C?
Batman and Robin or Batman whatever?
I feel like Val Kilmer's better than George Clooney for some reason.
Wait, they're different fucking actors? That's what I mean. I don't remember this.
Yeah. So
Are they technically the same worlds though? Like the
Yeah.
same stories? They just changed the
it
actors?
was just kind of like for a while they were just going with like the James Bond thing where it's just like a new person every time, but it was the same character. Yeah, because
But is it the same Robin in both of them?
yes.
See, that's why I was confused as a kid. Now
Yeah.
it's fucking all coming back. That's why I
Yeah.
was fucking confused.
It was the same Robin.
And then Poison Ivy's in the second one too?
yeah.
And is it the same Uma Thurman?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
It's not the other Uma Thurman?
No.
Okay,
There's many Umas.
I agree. Batman and Robin ahead of Batman Forever. Is that
Okay.
what you were saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Batman and Robin C.
I just think that was No, Batman and Robin in front.
Oh, you want Batman and Robin in front? Okay.
Well, what do you want?
I don't care between these two.
You don't really give a shit, so it's up to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
put Batman and Robin in front.
Because they're both, I mean, these would be D tier for me.
Yeah, but you need to understand there's not, like, I was amazed when we opened this up and I was like, wait, there's only that many Batman movies?
Oh, yeah. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments if BVS and Justice League should be counted in this.
No! They're not they're DC Universe movies.
Yeah, but BVS is very largely Batman.
Yeah, but it's not a Batman movie.
And it's a new take, so let's just do an honorary mention.
Yes, we'll do that at the end.
Okay.
At the end.
We'll do
We'll
it at
throw
the
it in
end.
there.
But yeah, so do you have anything else to talk about Batman Forever and Batman and Robin?
No, I can't remember them. I mean, I can remember enough of them to, like, give an opinion on them.
They're very,
And-
like, campy,
Yes, yeah, I remember that. But
comic-booky, weird.
And I want to go watch them again, but I think it'll ruin them for me.
Yeah.
Or I'll love them even more.
Yeah.
Who knows? So, yeah,
so-
that's it.
Okay. So we got the OGs out of the way. So now we'll go into the Nolan Trilogy.
The good ones.
Batman Begins, I think, is really good. I do like this origin story, this take on him. I like how it shows him growing up as a ninja. Like, Liam Neeson wasn't taking his daughter yet back. Like,
I'd put this movie head of A.
head of A.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah,
I
ahead
can
of
agree
A.
with that.
Because... Yeah, ahead of A.
And yeah, because
For now.
yeah,
Head
for
of A.
now it'll be for head of A. Yeah, because yeah, I think it was good. Did you like what's her name, Dawson's Creek as the girl? I can't remember her name.
I can't either. I'm trying to even remember her face.
Yeah,
I did really like that movie. I
as
thought
Rachel.
Yeah, I thought that movie was really cool.
Yeah,
Because
I remember playing the video game for it. It was fun.
I can't remember that,
But yeah, it was just cool. It was pretty much like a crime movie, like a mobster movie, but he happened to be Batman.
yeah.
And I really liked Christian Bale's take as Bruce Wayne.
Me too.
He annoyed me in the suit, but like that one scene where he like goes like in the beginning when he like goes up to those mobsters, like
Yes. Okay. Fair enough. That's the thing that I've been missing. The one fucking key point. Him as Bruce Wayne was amazing.
yeah,
Him as Batman,
kind of annoying.
Well, actually, no. I wouldn't even say I'd say like not as good as him as Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, no.
I like still good, but not as good as Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale. That's why I fucking love these movies so much.
The Nolan movies for me is the Batman's kind of mediocre, but I really love the villains. The villains were done really well
And I think that was kind of the point.
in all three.
But that's kind of the point of all Batmans. Like his rogues gallery is iconic and it's one of the best.
yeah.
So that's why most of it focuses on him. Fucking the whole Batman world, like I don't really think any other character outside of Spider-Man
Yeah.
is like has such a unique and like deep world for the character themselves.
The Flash has a lot of rogues too.
Yeah, but like is he up there, but you know what I mean? Like is he up there like critically with Batman and
No.
Yeah, no. And like they haven't done him
Yeah.
justice yet. Justice League.
I,
But in the in the new Flash movie, I feel like I don't know. The Flash show did really well. I watched that for a while. He does have a good rogues gallery.
Yeah,
But-
I watched the first few. I really like DC's Legends of Tomorrow out of all those. We should do a ranking of all the Arrowverse
I
shows.
can't fucking watch those shows.
Yeah.
It's a CW show. Like I
Yeah.
really liked the first couple seasons of Arrow, and then I grew up.
Yeah.
And then I got older, and I was like, oh,
I
fuck
never
this.
grew up. I'm stunted as a teenage girl.
Okay.
Yeah, but in Batman Begins, the only thing that was kind of annoying is because I really like that they introduced Ra's al Ghul. That was really cool.
Yeah.
But it was kind of annoying that they didn't call them the League of Assassins. I think they called them like the League of Shadows or
Yeah.
something in the movie. Like,
But I
why
don't-
did they just say they're League of Assassins?
I wonder if there was some like copyright infringement type thing.
Maybe, or they didn't want to go too dark. They didn't want because they might have thought that it was weird that Batman was trained by assassins.
or is it a like PG R rating thing, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Maybe
like
they
if
couldn't say
like they couldn't
assassins.
say assassins, which is just fucking weird given how like gory
Yeah.
this new Batman is and it's PG-13.
And in that movie, did they introduce like the thing that brought Ra's al Ghul back to life all the time? Remember, like, I can't remember what
Lazarus Pit.
Yeah, the Lazarus Pit. Was that in that movie?
No.
I don't remember.
I don't think so.
So I mean, I like how they touch. I feel like they
I think they did.
touched in on that stuff, but they didn't want to.
No, because sorry, I keep interrupting you. The
Yeah.
Lazarus Pit was the big hole that he was in.
Okay.
They changed what the Lazarus Pit was. At least I'm sure. I'm
Oh,
pretty
okay.
sure. And that annoyed me too because I was getting into like the League of Assassins. I was like, oh, the Lazarus Pit, fucking Arkham games. That's cool.
Well,
and then they changed it.
I think they wanted to go a little more realistic.
Yeah.
And they wanted to leave out like super because I don't think there's any superpowers in that universe.
No.
Yeah. So
Which is cool.
Yeah.
I think that's
So I
one of
think-
the appeals of it.
yeah. So I think they went realistic. So iconic film, The Dark Knight.
Yep.
I feel like it has to go S.
Yeah, even though I said in the beginning I'd rewatch Batman Begins. I think Dark Knight is a better movie than Batman Begins,
Yeah.
but I'd enjoy watching Batman
I
Begins
always-
more, but it is a better movie.
I think so Dark Knight's going to S, but I think it's going to be the back of S.
Yeah.
I like second movies more because origins are always fun, but we've seen it a million times with Martha getting shot or whatever. it's cool to see this. By Dark Knight, he is Batman, and like that is cool. Like,
Well,
it's just
and then they wrapped up the Batman story. We've never
Yeah.
seen that before in a movie.
yeah,
This is right. This is the only movie that we see him wrap up his.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking about Dark Knight.
yeah. I'm talking about Dark
Okay.
Knight. Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
Rises.
We're not there yet.
Okay.
Yeah, and Dark Knight, yeah, so and then Heath Ledger was also amazing. Like the Joker scene when the interrogation scene, so good. And like the opening of Dark Knight is like
Iconic. That
It's
is an iconic opening.
so iconic. Like the first half of that movie is like perfect. Like
Yes.
a 10 out of 10. Like the introduction to Joker, him doing like the disappearing pencil thing, like
Ugh.
the whole like him like killing off all of the henchmen helping him in the bank robbery is so
Yeah.
good in the beginning.
I gotta go watch that again. The one thing that I remember
We also
from
forgot
this,
to mention Scarecrow in Batman Begins. That was the villain.
I really did like that. I liked Scarecrow.
Yeah.
The one thing with the Dark Knight, and this is like a huge thing that people shit on Nolan for,
Yeah.
is just the mixing of the audio.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Christ! Whenever
Nolan movie.
I watch The Dark Knight, I am just fiddling with the fucking remote,
Yeah.
remote the entire time, trying to understand what people are saying.
And then an action scene starts and it's super loud.
And it's like, how the fuck? And that's literally me whenever I watch any of these movies. And that's the number one thing that I remember from The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Because I had the shittiest TV with the shittiest speakers.
Yeah.
And I could never fucking understand it.
Yeah, so you had to like that's with Tenet was like that too in theaters.
Yeah.
Like yeah, you have to like turn it up for dialogue and then turn it way down for action.
Yeah.
Back and forth,
yeah.
back and forth.
But I wonder if that's kind of like, I do understand the artistic reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
Because one, it does make it a little bit more realistic. Like in the real world, it's not like audio and dialogue is incredibly clear 24/7. Also, it makes you pay attention a little bit more, and I think that's just a trick for you to get into the movie more.
So yeah, so I really love all of that. The Batmobile and like the bike and shit is so sick.
It's just so like military, like it
so
feels
cool.
real. That's why I like
Morgan Freeman's in there.
Yes.
But what I don't like is the Harvey Dent storyline. Like we just got an intro to Harvey Dent, but we never saw anything of him.
it. Yeah.
Like why didn't he die instead of Rachel
Yeah.
at the end? Like and then he gets his face burned, he becomes evil. Like
That was fucking scary shit.
Two-Face-
The CGI for that.
But we don't see him in the next film, do we? Like I guess we just saw the origin of Two-Face in that universe.
Didn't he die in the end?
I don't remember.
I think he died.
I watched it the first half.
You're right. I don't remember the last half.
I've watched the first half of this movie like 50 times, and I always stop halfway through. I also really like, because Joker blows up the hospital.
Yeah. No.
And is
Yes,
he
he
in it?
dies at the end of The Dark Knight. Two-Face is definitely one of Batman's longest movie, but not Nolan's story arc.
Yeah, that's what I didn't like. Is
I
that
think he was
just died.
shot. No, he wasn't blown up. He was
Oh.
taken out of the hospital.
Yeah,
Um.
but Joker in the nurse outfit is.
Yeah. Didn't Gordon shoot him?
Yeah,
Oh, he was pushed and fell to his death.
and they both end up dying. Rachel dies too, right?
Yeah, and he was pushed and fell to his death, and then the Joker, I think, was also pushed, but he was saved.
Yeah,
And that's why that confused me a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, the last half of this movie,
That's where it loses me. But
it's still really good.
but the first half it makes it so it's still so good.
No, okay, so I think it's the same thing as like what I was saying about how you are saying like Christian Bale's Batman is bad, but his Bruce Wayne is good.
Yeah.
I think his Batman is really good. It's just his Bruce Wayne is extraordinary. I think it's the same with the last half of this movie. It's still really good.
Yeah.
It's just the first half is
It's
extraordinary.
just
And that's the issue, is that because it's so extraordinary, it makes you think the really good part is terrible.
Yeah, that makes
It's
sense.
I think it's a psychological thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So then Dark Knight Rises, the
We've already talked about this a
Final
good
of the
amount.
trilogy.
I'd put this in front of The Dark Knight.
Yeah, me too.
Just because I really like how they wrap up the story.
Yeah.
We have never really seen that.
And
it was
Bane-
also done in a unique way from outside
Yeah.
of the comics. Like comics haven't done
Yeah.
something like that. So
And like Bane's so it's like I was born in the shadows.
I think that's why people don't like the movie. Is Bane?
I love
but I
Bane.
really like Bane.
That fight scene with Batman versus Bane in the sewer
Yeah,
is one of my
that's another iconic
favorite
scene.
fight scenes of movies ever. It's so good. And then like his story arc just through this one movie where he goes and gets like he gets paralyzed or something or breaks the leg in that hole.
Yeah.
And then he climbs out. Like that's such a badass whole storyline of him coming back and like it was
And it's
just
so cool when he comes back and people see it. It's
Yeah.
it just gives you those like movie tingles. You know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about?
And then Anne Hathaway is really good as Catwoman.
Yeah.
Like, I did like Dark Knight
Bane's
Rises.
Bane's arc is good too.
The opening with Bane on the plane is so cool. Tom
I think-
Hardy did good.
Yeah, I think this movie is better than
I
the
feel
Dark
like it's
Knight.
underrated.
I agree.
So a lot of people shit on it.
And I think that's partly because the Joker just carries so much weight as a character.
That
anything,
in the Heath Ledger legacy.
Yeah.
And also the fact of nobody wants an end. Like, it's really hard to make an ending that people like because nobody.
I loved this ending
because nobody wants something to end.
I liked it, but I think that's where Nolan is good. Is he doesn't end it. Like same with Inception. The ending isn't really an ending.
Yeah, the ambiguous
because it's like
good.
holy shit, there's
Yeah.
more. And same with this. It's like Robin finds the Batcave. It's like there's more, but we're never gonna see it. But at the same time, it's not really an ending. The universe is still going.
That was kind of annoying to me. That one thing with
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
JGL, like him, like being introduced as Dick Grayson was kind of annoying because I think the reason why it annoyed me is because Nightwing is my favorite DC comic book hero. I love Dick Grayson, and so I wanted him. It bugged me that I didn't get to see more. Like, I would have loved a JGL, like Nightwing movie.
That kind of turns me off, though.
Yeah,
The side like Robin, Nightwing. I think critically they aren't.
but I
very
think that's why I
people-
love Titans so much because for some reason I don't know why I like Nightwing. His comic book runs were just really like my favorite.
Yeah, I think the average audience isn't as
Doesn't
into those
care
characters.
about, like, Teen Titans
and I'm not either because when I think of well, I am, but like if I'm putting on like I'm just going to the movie and I'm like a general viewer cap.
Yeah.
Those characters would make the Nolan universe less realistic and more cringy.
Yeah.
That's just how I see those characters, and it's probably because a lot of the times that we've seen them in pop culture, they haven't been done justice.
Well, but also this would have been completely different because Robin was introduced without Batman, like after Batman's already done, so he would just become the new Batman.
Yeah,
because Robin's supposed to be like Batman's psychic as a kid. Like this was done like very different.
Yeah. But I like that too, and I think that's one of the reasons people don't like these movies. But I think it makes them unique, especially from future Batman movies. Like
it is very unique because I feel like this new Batman universe we're gonna get like a Robin and shit, like the proper way. This was just like Nolan's take. So this is the final, the Batman that just came out this year. Where do you think this lands?
I need to go watch it again.
If you guys have seen our review, we were iffy on it when we first watched it. I've watched it a second time, and now we like it a lot more. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10. You gave it an 8. I think
behind Batman Begins, but I think we put Batman Begins in the S tier and put that head of A. Because it's definitely head of something.
Yeah.
So it's definitely head of A. But I don't know. Maybe Batman Begins goes behind it. I'm saying head of A.
Yeah.
And leave Batman Begins where it is.
And it's better. Yeah, I think that's right. I think this new one is better than Begins, but not better than The Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
But I don't know if I can even say it's. I need to watch it again before I can give a final decision. But let's just put it at head of A for now.
I think the reason why we're gonna go with the Nolan films because a lot of people are saying this is the best Batman. I think it's just nostalgic for us. Like we're just always gonna be attached to the Nolan films.
I don't know. I've been on Twitter a lot recently, and a lot of people have been saying exactly what we've been saying about the movie when we came out of the movie.
Yeah.
Like, people are saying, like, 5, 6 out of 10, too emo, too not enough Bruce Wayne. Like, they had a lot of the same... So I think a lot of people don't think it's the best Batman. I think a lot of people... And we may get shit on in the comments, but I think there's...
we gave it head of A. That's still a really good score.
I think it's really divided, though, with this movie. I think there's a lot of people that are, like... on it, and then there's a lot of people that are like,
yeah,
you know, there's nobody in between.
I mean, this movie was so good. I mean, like the tone, the soundtrack, the cinematography, everything. Like Catwoman was amazing.
Also, let's just drop the Batman and Robin and Batman Forever down to D.
Drop them down to D.
Let's just drop them down to D.
Yeah. Okay.
I like having it be all uniform, but like they need to be.
They need to be D.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that wraps everything up. Now I want to do the honorary mention of BVS. What do you think BVS, like Batfleck, would go in this ranking?
I really like Ben Affleck as Batman, but they didn't do a Batman movie.
Yeah.
They were gonna, and it was gonna have Deathstroke, which is a character that I want to see Batman go up against so fucking bad.
That'd be awesome.
Oh,
I think it has to go head of B.
Yeah, I was gonna say head of B.
Head of B.
Yeah, so that's where we'd put BVS.
It's better than the original Batman.
The only reason I'm saying
barely.
that, just barely, and the only reason I'm saying that is because it's newer.
Yeah.
And it's just more.
Yeah.
There's not gonna because there's totally moments in that original Batman movie where it's like dated.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason I'm saying that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think this was a good wrap up here. Do you have any final thoughts about the new Batman or any of the Batman?
I want to go watch it again, and I really want to see Deathstroke in a Batman movie. I want to see more Batfleck. I miss him.
Yes, I miss Batfleck too. Like,
A lot.
we need to at least get a cameo or something.
No, I want a whole fucking movie.
I don't know if Ben Affleck wants to do that.
He'd probably become an alcoholic again
Yeah.
if he did another Batman.
Worth it?
No.